All right. I know it's been a while since since I recorded anything. It's been about a couple weeks, right? About a month or two. And I want to give you guys some updates. So last time I told you guys that I was pursuing being a personal trainer. I actually went and took the test and passed. Let's see, where's the pass thing? Right here, right somewhere. That pass. So that was great news. I had taken it, let's see, last week, last Tuesday, and yeah, it was a tough test. There was a lot of stuff that I'm not 100% sure on, but I mean, it was a lot of common sense kind of questions. And I had done yoga in the past, and some of the terms and the terminology was exactly the same. So it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, but it was still hard, which is fine. It's like if it was easy, everyone could do it. But yeah, passed it. Super nervous about it. I was spending my own money to take the course and everything, and I was if you fail the class or you fail the test, you have to wait 3 months before you can retake it, and that's a long time. That's a long time because you're gonna lose interest. You're gonna wander off and probably not study as hard, until like a week or two before the exam, anyways. But no, pass it. Don't know what I got on it. They're gonna send me like a little actual certificate in the mail, like a really nice one. I'll put on the wall back there somewhere. But yeah, I'm officially a personal trainer. Other updates. So I told you guys how I was still playing video games on and off, for a couple hours and whatnot. And at this juncture, at this point in time, I've completely given them up. I cannot play video games anymore. I'm so nasally. It's allergies. But yeah, I just can't do it anymore. It doesn't really amount to anything in like in the real world. Like you can't really get any. There's some applicable skills, but it's few and far between, and all the energy and effort you put into it and what you get out of it, it just because like when I play games, I get like super competitive, and I know pour like all my effort and energy into it. I'm like, what if I just use that for something else in my life? Make a hobby, like a real world hobby. So as you can see, I bought a bow. Yeah, I bought an actual bow. I think it's like a 35 pounder. Got a target in the backyard and I shoot. That's what I do for fun now. I've decided to maybe play cards with friends as well, because at least that's like social. It gets me out the house and gets me being social, in the outside world kind of thing. Um, which I think people should do. Like, just think about it. How many great stories have you ever heard people talk about that started by playing a video game? Like, yes, it's entertaining to people that are already playing the game, because I get what you're talking about. But no one goes to a girl and like, so I was in this game of League of Legends last night and I went 15-0. So I'm pretty hot stuff, right? Bronze League, but that doesn't matter. I mean, no one cares. Like it does. There's not like any real world skills, like because I talk to a lot of gamers, and inside their gaming community, they're very brash about like what they're doing. But when they go like approach someone else that's not in the game community, they like pretty much shy away or get really timid or don't talk about it, like they're ashamed of it. And like maybe there's a reason why. Maybe because this has no bearing on real life whatsoever. And yeah, like when I first started getting into it, it was pretty much to save money because I was playing Magic the Gathering at the time, and that's an expensive game in itself. And I was like leaving the house. I was like, oh, I don't have to go get, spend gas. I don't have to go to these tournaments and whatnot. I'm saving so much more money. And I realized I wasn't talking to anybody ever. I was just staying in my house always. And Magic the Gathering was still a fun game. There's nothing wrong with that game. In fact, if it wasn't for that game, I wouldn't be nearly as social as I am today. So, which is kind of funny because people think that introverts are the only ones that play those games, but I was an introvert before I played a game, and after I stopped, I became more extroverted. Not like completely, like out there, but it actually helps with communication skills, I believe. Anyways, so you guys, some of you are here about nofap, so you want to hear about my progression on nofap. I had sex a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. So I think I made it to 60 days. I had sex like periodically, for about maybe 2 weeks and whatnot. And I probably should have went to 90 days. I mean, I didn't like relapse and fall back into watching porn or anything like that. It's just the side effects, like the brain fog, the irritability, they're still there. They're not nearly as bad as they used to be, like by far, like they're not like crippling. But for me, they're still there. It's really unfortunate. Maybe I just need more time. I did notice that working out, because I work out quite frequently now, it helps. It helps a lot. Well, I mean, it makes sense because lifting weights and whatnot, and it physically builds testosterone levels. So, you know, prolactin, the hormone that's secreted after ejaculation, stifles testosterone production. So working out builds testosterone, kind of counteracts the effects. It helped to a certain degree, but like physically, no, I didn't feel any different after sex. Like I felt physically fine. But I know like there was like some brain fog. I was irritable and I was a little apathetic. Like a little not depressed per se, but a little apathetic towards everything. I was like, meh. People like tell me stuff and I'm like, eh. I just brush it off and whatnot. So still have to take some time with that. It's fine. I'm not really. Maybe I should have waited 30 more days. I definitely should have waited 30 more days. But I don't feel like I failed. Like I knew what I was doing because this was an experiment. So I knew what I was doing when I did that. So I have no regrets. I had actually had or not practice, but try to use a supplement called niacin. People that have post orgasmic illness syndrome, that's what they call it. It did help actually. It did reduce my symptoms by I don't know, like 40%. If I was going to give a number, like 40-50%. It helps. It definitely helps. So if anyone out there has any of those problems, afterwards, you just take some niacin. It's I forgot what type it is. It's the one. It's a flush kind, the one that makes like your skin tingle. You just take that like 30 minutes before. You don't have nearly as many side effects or hangover effects afterwards. Besides that, not much has been going on. I have been applying to gyms. I wanted to work at a gym for about a year and then go off, by myself and start doing my own personal training business. But I could just do that now, to be honest. I have insurance, I have my certification, I have all the free weights. So I still want to work for a gym for a while just to get my feet wet. So like when people ask like, what do I experience I have? I can tell them like, hey, I have, a year or two experience at a gym, like a YMCA or Planet Fitness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But right now I'll have my own self, like my own training because I am a lot stronger than I used to be. It's nice. It is nice. Weightlifting is nice. I mean, I don't really lift weights like that. I mostly do like condition trainings, but still, strength training in general, it's nice. But that's all I really have to talk about today. Not really much else. This really wasn't a no fat video at all. I think I'm on day like 14 right now. No fap. So I mean, or after I don't think I really relapsed, but maybe I did because I had sex. I don't know how the rules work. The rules are weird anyways. So, but yeah, everything's great. I'll try to make more videos. I even bought a microphone just because I saw how terrible the quality was on the last video. I was like, okay, I need a new microphone. So I bought a microphone. I have a decent webcam. So it should encourage me to make more videos more often. I might have some videos that deal with corrective exercises for people that use computers a lot. Because I used to be glued to the desk. And I know what it does to people's bodies. So I might have corrective exercise videos in the future to help prevent or counteract some of the harmful effects of sitting all day causes, especially when it comes to your hands. You have really terrible carpal tunnel, but it's another story. But all right, thank you everybody for watching. I will talk to you later.